Hello guys, what is up? In this video, we are going to go over the top 7, well, practically top 5 and additional 2 more best Samsung Smart TVs for 2025. So this is going to include a rundown for each one, basically the features and whatnot, whether or not you might want to get them or not, their price points and so on and so forth. So there you go. Alright, so the first one is going to be the best Samsung TV overall, which is the Samsung S90D. So why do people like it? The Samsung S90D is a fantastic OLED model with support for Dolby Atmos virtual surround sound, as well as Samsung's object tracking sound technology for 3D audio that follows the on-screen action. It also features AI-assisted upscaling for better color, contrast, and detailing in non-4K content, while the 144Hz max refresh rate is perfect for live sports broadcasts, action movies and shows, and fast-paced video games. So who is it for? So if you're looking to invest in a high-end TV, meaning, tippy top of the price range, that will provide top quality picture, sound, and smart features for years to come, the Samsung S90D is a great option. While a dedicated gaming dashboard, you'll get access to cloud gaming services to play your favorite titles without a dedicated PC or console, which for the most part you need sometimes. The OLED display is Pantone validated for color accuracy and more true-to-life images. So what are the pros and cons of the S90D? The pros are as follows: excellent audio and picture quality, AMD FreeSync Premium Pro support, and Dolby Atmos and Object Tracking Sound Plus. The cons? No Dolby Vision support. Next is the best Samsung TV for its design, which is the Samsung Frame. So why do people like it? The Frame TV is a gallery-inspired model that looks as good as it performs. With a dedicated art slideshow mode, you can create a personal art gallery to show off your favorite artists and pieces or your own photography and digital art. The display has an anti-glare coating for better visibility in harsh overhead lighting, and the bezel can be switched out with a different material and color to match your decor. So who is the Samsung Frame for? If you're in the market for a TV that doesn't necessarily look like a TV when it's not in use, the Frame is a good choice, arguably the best choice. With interchangeable bezels, a dedicated art mode, and an anti-glare display, you can easily integrate your new TV into your existing decor or use a TV as a centerpiece for a redecoration project. Now, what are the pros and cons for the Samsung Frame? The pros: looks absolutely stunning. The cons, however, can get pricey. It is very expensive, and frames sold separately, meaning when you buy the frame, you don't, no pun intended, get the frame because you need to buy it separately. Next up is the best big screen Samsung TV, which is the Samsung Q90F. So why do people like it? The Samsung Q90F is available in screen sizes up to 98 inches. Pretty big TV, making it one of the biggest TVs you can get in the market. And all that screen real estate is backed up by a 160Hz max refresh rate for ultra smooth action during live sports or fast-paced movies and video games. It also supports both Dolby Atmos and object tracking sound for 3D audio that follows the on-screen action, while HDR10 support and AI-assisted upscaling give you the best contrast and detailing for your viewing experience. Now, who is the Samsung Q90F for? So if you got the space and the cash, of course, because this is very expensive, for a truly cinema-sized screen, this model is a great choice with a glare-free display for better visibility and viewing angles, integrated voice controls, and a dedicated gaming dashboard with support for cloud gaming services. It also features a Knox security chip for better protection of your browsing history and personal data. Now, what are the pros and cons? The pros are as follows. It is big, so it's like what I said earlier, it is up to 98 inches screen, and Dolby Atmos and object tracking sound light. The con, however, there is no Dolby Vision support. Next is the best small screen Samsung TV, which is the Samsung Q60C. So why do people like it? The Samsung Q60C is a great option for anyone looking for a smaller TV for their apartment, college dorm, or as a second screen in their bedroom. With screen sizes as small as 32 inches, it's perfect for placing on a dresser or shelf if floor and wall space is at a premium. So who is the Q60C for? It is for people who are looking for a 60Hz refresh rate and 4K resolution. You also get smooth motion for live sports, movies, and shows, as well as console gaming. The dual LED panel creates warm and cool colors simultaneously for more vivid images and with object tracking sound. It's great for movie buffs looking for a more immersive experience. When it comes to the pros and cons for the Q60C, the pros are as follows. As small as 32 inches, object tracking sound support for multiple voice assistants, and preloaded apps. The cons, however, it is pricey for a small TV, and there is no Dolby Atmos or Dolby Vision support. And lastly, before we get the two bonuses, this is the best budget Samsung TV, which is the Samsung DU6900. So why do people like this? The Samsung DU6900 is an incredible budget-friendly TV with a retail price that tops out at just $600 for the 75-inch model, which is still fairly big, right? The 43-inch version is just $230, making it a great option for college students looking to invest in a decent smart TV for catching up on shows and movies between their classes. So who is the DU6900 for? Since it's such a budget-friendly model, the DU6900 is great for anyone who wants to upgrade while staying well under $1,000. And that's just because the TV is on a cheaper side. That doesn't mean you have to sacrifice features like HDR10 support, 4K resolution, integrated voice controls, and a preloaded suite of popular streaming apps. So, what are the pros and cons for the DU6900? The pros are as follows: nice variety of screen sizes, affordable, and support for multiple voice assistants. The cons, however, there is no Dolby Atmos or Dolby Vision support and only 60Hz refresh rate. With that said, we are going to give you two more bang for your buck, still some of the best Samsung Smart TVs, one of which is going to be the best lower mid-range Samsung Smart TV, which is the Samsung Q80D. So if you want a Samsung Smart TV without breaking the bank, the Samsung Q80D QLED is the best lower mid-range Samsung Smart TV that is available in the market today. So it's actually brighter in SDR than the Samsung S90F OLED, so it easily overcomes glare in a well-lit room. You won't find the same inky blacks on the TV as what we have mentioned earlier, but it still has a solid local dimming feature that helps it achieve deep, bold blacks, albeit with some booming around highlights and subtitles. Colors aren't quite as vivid as its QD OLED counterparts, but you can get some punchy colors that look good. Unfortunately, it has a very narrow viewing angle, so you have to be seated center screen to enjoy everything at its full capacity. The TV has modern gaming features that make it pair well with modern consoles, so you'll still get HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, 4K at 120Hz, VRR, and low input lag. And lastly, we're going to give you another top tier budget Samsung Smart TV, which is the Samsung Q60D. Q60D is the best, or one of the best budget Samsung TVs that is available in the market today, although Samsung doesn't release many budget models anymore like what we have on our videos. This TV offers decent overall performance at a lower cost than their more expensive models. It's not as bright as Samsung Q80D QLED and doesn't have the same level of reflection handling, so glare can be an issue in a very well lit room. However, it's still good enough for moderately lit rooms, but it doesn't have a local dimming feature, which again, this is a budget TV, so blacks and grayish, pretty much the blacks and grayish tones are more prevalent most of the time. So colors are a bit muted on this TV since it lacks the color volume to show colors at high levels of brightness. Like the Q80D, it has a very narrow viewing angle, so again, best viewing experience is going to be if you sit in front of it on the center, right? Unfortunately, it's not as nearly as good for gamers as picks earlier, as it's pretty bare bones basics when it comes to gaming features. It only has HDMI 2.0 bandwidth and is limited to 4K at 60Hz. So again, this is kind of like a modern day feature of the 4 Series 32-inch Samsung Smart TV that we have been showing you. And again, one of the top budget smart TVs available for Samsung. And yeah, those are the top 5 plus 2, top 7 Samsung Smart TVs available for 2025. That's pretty much it. That's a video. Hope you liked it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell icon. We'll see you on the next video.